So, Black Clover episode 117 has just released and it has a lot of reveals on it. We find out some new information about the devil, where he's from, and he also displays some new power in this episode. We also find out more about Nero, you know, who Nero is and where Nero's from. And also, we find out about Lynch. Patry Lynch. Yeah, we find out more about him, all this and more. But before we get started, I'd like to introduce myself. I am the man, RC. Welcome to my channel. And on this channel, I do reviews on Boruto, Naruto, Dragon Ball Super, and Attack on Titan. And also Black Clover. So if you guys are interested, consider hitting that subscribe button. And if you like this video at the end of the video, hit that like button. Let's continue. We get a lot of information on this episode. We take a deeper dive into what truly is happening and what truly is going on. We don't have a full gist of what it is yet, but we got a lot of reveals with this episode. So let's first start off with Nero. Who Nero is and what we find out. Drum roll. Nero is a girl. Yes, my peoples. Nero is a lady. I bet y'all nobody thought about that. Even in my previous video, which hasn't released yet, but it's gonna release soon, which is pretty weird. But enough of that. You'll see it when you see it. Even what I said that I thought it was the Wizard King, and I was wrong. It's not the Wizard King. It is the Wizard King's friend, and also she is the one who seals him up in the statue above that skull that you've seen in the beginning of Black Clover. Like, come on, man. How did we miss that? I mean, how did we miss that? We had the stone tablet there where they put the stones in, and we have the statue up there that revealed that had the Wizard King in the statue. So basically, both of them were sealed. One was sealed, the girl's Scarce was sealed in the bird, and the Wizard King, who we know as Lumiere, was sealed in the statue. But who would have known that, you know? But seeing the Wizard King, the first Wizard King, the all-powerful Wizard King, you could see the power within his eyes. Like, his power in his eyes, he has the magic stones within him. And I don't know, I mean, when they do the backstory about who he is and where he came from, you didn't see those magic stones in there. I'm guessing that it was he got them put in for a particular reason. But I'll talk about that at the end of the video, so stay tuned. So we find out Nero is a girl. And also we find out, and the biggest thing was the Wizard King, but we also find out more about the devil. He shows some new power in this episode. The power he calls, what is it called? Word Soul Magic. That's what he called. Word Soul Magic. So we already know he speaks, whatever he speaks, it comes to fruition. It comes to life. It actually happens. He doesn't have to, you know, go through his book or anything. He says things and it just happens. You know, Yami cut his arm off, and next thing you know, he says, what did he say? He says, replace or repair, or what did he say? I forgot what he said. He said return. He said return. He said return. But basically he says return, and his arm comes back, and he's playing around with these guys, you know what I mean? And then he finally says, you know, he really enjoys playing around, and because he's in this new body, it's annoyingly amusing, but at the same time he needs to end it. And that's where he gets serious, and he talks about this word soul magic, and nobody knows about it except Yami. He feels this dark presence around him, you know, and then all of a sudden he starts to speak in this different language, which I think is some demon language, you know, some bad demon language. So it sounds really weird. This weird portal opens up, and we got these big ass leeches coming out, and they think that it's just magic, you know, but when they touch the leeches, it absorbs magic and it absorbs life force. I mean, you can't combat that. And the leeches is like a pool of water. You know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, man. Yo. We done for, man. We done for. We gotta do something about this. But we find out, good news, we find out that Asta's anti-magic works wonders against the deal. But still, that one sword is not gonna get all that stuff out. You know what I mean? It's not gonna kill all that stuff. And I just had one little question. You know, I know Asta got devoured by it, but he didn't get hurt at all. One sword kept him out from harm's way, out of all that stuff. Seems a little bit different. Probably he had a protective shield around him while he was covered up, because he did get covered up. But I mean, I could be wrong. You know, I could be wrong. And also, so this power that he had came from the demon realm. This portal that opened up came from the demon realm, and I wouldn't say that's his true power, the devil's true power, because I think he has yet to display what kind of power he has. Because I mean, it seems to me that he was playing with them in the first place, and then he really wasn't getting serious, but he was showing them how his power is different and in which they never seen before. And I can agree on that. You know, after watching Black Clover, I have never seen this kind of power. So it's pretty weird. It's pretty gruesome and stuff like that, you know. But we find out who he is. We could backtrack and we could find out who he is, because the Wizard King then, since the Wizard King is now there, the first Wizard King, Lumiere, we find out more about him. There's a backstory within the episode, and we find out how it all went down. You know, how the king got captured and he got manipulated into killing the elves, and also the king got being manipulated, invited him to his quarters or to a ceremony where his sister, separate from where his sister was getting married. So I mean, with all that said, you know, we find out that the devil was in control of all this, but back then he didn't have a body. He just was a spirit energy ball with energy to manipulate stuff, you know. So but we want to fast forward here. We want to get to the point where we meet Lick Patrick. You know, he is holding, and for a long time we thought that he really gave away himself to the devil, that he was willing to make a contract with the devil, but in terms he really didn't. And in this episode we learn the secrets that he really did not do that, and he really trusted the Wizard King. And the only people that knew about what happened back then, what truly happened back then, was Lick Patry, the Wizard King, the first Wizard King, Lumiere, Scarce, she was there, or if you wanted to call her, you could call her Nero. I think Scarce is pretty better, but I do like Nero too. But Nero was there, and the devil. So we have 5 people that was there. You know, that really knew what happened. You know, and he then states, you know, that he knew that he could trust him, and he knew that he didn't do this to his people. And we find out that he basically took all of the ancient stones and put it within him to keep the devil from manipulating him into him becoming him. And it was looking like at that moment in time, the 5-leaf grimoire was in front of him, and the devil was trying to get into his body to take control of his body, but it wasn't allowed because of the magic stones he had. And we also hear that, which is pretty sad, you know, he had all the magic stones energy, the negative energy that was swelling in him, and to keep the devil from manipulating him, he actually accepted more of the magic stones negative mana, which led him to, he said he couldn't control it anymore, and he had to and this is the ancient power, the ancient negative power. He said where he couldn't control it anymore, and he asked Lumiere. It was a selfish request by him, and it was a sad request. I wouldn't say it was selfish though, but it was basically selfless of him. But basically, do you know where you see Every time Black Clover comes on, you see little big monster, and you see the Wizard King puts a sword through the big monster and basically kills him, and that was, you know, the wizard and the demons and all that stuff. Well, guess who was that demon? Yes, it was Lick Patry. He was that demon, and he was only that demon because he took all that ancient negative mana and put it all inside him. He couldn't control it, and that's what he transformed into. And he asked Lumiere to kill him because he couldn't hold it any longer. He did it to keep the devil from taking over his body. So the devil was left out of a body, and I'm guessing he went somewhere else. I don't know. The story stops right there. So, but we find a lot out with this episode, man. I mean, but I just have one question. Well, I have two questions before we end this whole thing off. We still don't know why the devil. We still don't know his full intentions. We still don't know. Like, what is his full intention? What is he doing this for? Why does he need a body? Why is he trying to get a grimoire with 5-leaf clovers? Why does he need to create? Why does he need to create all this? I mean, I hope that we find out later on. If we don't, then we basically are left like in the blank. Like, why? I mean, you could say that the devil was the devil and that he just wants to kill everything. I mean, you could say that, you know, but we still don't know his full intentions. Like, is he trying to invite the demon world into that world? If so, why? You know, so and also my next question, which is pretty funny, I think is pretty funny, is if Nero could talk, why in the world would Nero talk back then? Like, why in the world, like, Nero didn't have any say-so over anything through all the times that she's been around? Like, it makes no sense. Like, why would Nero talk now? She could have been planned all this. Like, I don't know. That's probably something, I mean, you guys could answer, because I can't answer that. It makes no sense to me. So, but that's all I got for today's video. What you guys think about the episode? What you guys think about this devil, about his intentions? What do you think about Nero not talking? Like, what? I would like your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Leave the comments below. And if you haven't yet, definitely hit that like button. And if you love this video and you love me, definitely hit that subscribe button. But I catch you guys on the next video. I don't know when the next video coming, but I'm gonna have to find out. If I find out, I'll put it in the description below. So just check out the description and we'll find out when the next episode will be. And if you haven't got hooked up with Black Clover, definitely get hooked up with Black Clover. I watch all my videos on Verve, you know, so vrv.co, not vrv.com, vrv.co. So .co, you know, without the M. So check that out. I was doing Crunchyroll for a while, but I stopped Crunchyroll, and basically the creators of Crunchyroll, the creators of Verve, and Verve offers Crunchyroll and Verve content, so all in one. So it's best to just go with Verve content. But I think, like, if you do Crunchyroll, you get correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, you get video, and you get I think like free shipping on the items that they sell on the shop. You know, I could be wrong, but I'm with Verve, and Verve has done me good. It doesn't work so good on the PlayStation 4. You got to keep loading it up and stuff. Like, the interface is pretty glitchy, but I mean, on computer it's pretty cool, you know. So I haven't watched it on my phone yet, but if you are wanting to watch any content or get into anime, definitely that's the first place to start. I mean, I pay a monthly thing to watch my animes. I think $10 a month, and that's nothing. You know, $9.99. You know, I think I pay a little bit less than that because I was in there early. But I may be wrong. But it's little. It's little. You know, if you're in the anime, you're trying to get into it, and you're trying to watch these shows and trying to keep up to date with them, best believe that's the best way, man. And you get You get 1080p resolution, and you get no commercials. I mean, you can't beat that. You know, I'm not sponsoring them or anything. I love watching. I don't like watching no bootleg stuff. I don't like watching no YouTube stuff. I like stuff on YouTube. I like to go episode, you know, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, and go through it. You know what I mean? Only thing I can't go through is what do you call it? One Piece. I can't go through One Piece. I just can't do it. I can't do it. No, pineapples. I can't do it. I just can't do it, man. So, but I've talked too long. I definitely see you guys on the next video, which is episode 118. And it looks like to me in the previews that it looks to me like it's all ending, which it better not be ended, you know. But it looks like to me, but hopefully we get some more backstory. But if not, I'll definitely be talking about the review, and I'll be giving my review, and I'll be on here. So definitely subscribe to my channel, stay updated. I'll catch you guys later, and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. All right, you guys, I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you on the next video. Peace.